Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille, and today is 17th of March 2020. Welcome to live number 81. Today we're going to talk about physical appearance and why physical appearance is not really about physical appearance at all. Listen, this is like a standard between us guys, that we've got a scale that we use for kind of scaling how beautiful or how sexy girls are. In my group, it was scaled from 0 to 10, when 0 is completely abomination, you don't even want to look. Where 10 is like, heaven's rays, angels singing and this kind of stuff. So, when the life goes on, and first of all, you're single, you try to find someone to be with and, let's say it's sleep with, then you kind of try to score as high as you can. You try to get a girl who'll be the most beautiful girl around and basically, try to be with her. But interestingly enough, when it comes down to picking someone for your relationship, it changes. And even sometimes even before, because when you try to be with someone, you know that the higher on the scale, especially 9 and 10s, there might be a chance, and it often happens, not all the time, but many times, that the girls who are, the most beautiful around, they've been this way for most of their lives. So everything was given to them on a silver platter, which kind of may have impact on their IQ or their ability to basically be a smart person. It doesn't happen, all the time, because there are girls with PhDs being tens, and she'll probably be able to give you the whole exhortation about quantum physics and write down 2-page equation around that subject that you will never understand in your whole life. But unfortunately, practical or statistical life basically shows that it often happens, because you've got to understand there is a trade-off to be 10. There's a price to pay to be on this level. And that's why when you want a girl, you don't really want a girl who's just beautiful. It's great if she is, but it's not all. Because then you meet like girls like, 6, 7s, sometimes 8. When the thing that they're beautiful, that's one thing. But there's so much more to them. And you see that, this girl is just like extremely intelligent, extremely funny. And then you've got this chemistry, you've got this vibe, and it's so easy to fall for her and basically want to be in her presence. Because, every time when she enters the room, your heart starts to beating faster, not because she's just beautiful, but because there's so much more about her that kind of draws you towards her. And you've got to understand that that's why when we pick girls to be our wives and to be with them, we pick someone who we have this connection with, rather than just looking for beauty. The same thing happens with ladies, and that's the point number 1 I want to talk about today. You can just basically turn the mirror 180 degrees and you'll get what they see. When they try to hook up with someone or just, have a one-night stand, she's gonna go for someone who is the most shredded in the hood, like a Ryan Gosling kind of guy. With all respect to Ryan Gosling. But when she looks for a guy to be with, she has to think, what do I really need for this guy to be part of the relationship that I want to have kids with, that when there'll be an evening that we could spend together, that he would be home rather than in a gym. Because there's price to pay to be shredded all the time. And she doesn't want this narcissist who's just gonna, look at himself in a mirror, just, trying to, see your abs or muscles. She wants you to be this loving kind of guy who wants to spend time with her, more obsessed about the relationship rather than himself. So the first thing I want you to kind of grasp, that it's not really about physical appearance. It's great that if you have it, you just take care of yourself, but you don't need to be the most shredded guy in the hood. You need to take care of yourself, but you don't have to be the top notch. Because number 2, you've got to understand, what does she wants from you? What does she really need? And that's gonna be exactly the same as we want. If you're going for holidays or Christmas to visit your parents, or go for vacations, to ski with your friends. You don't want to take your girl, and you don't want her to be this the most ugly girl around, that completely socially awkward, that no one want to talk to. You want her to be someone who is who's bringing class, and with how she looks, how she dressed, that she is this really she really takes care of herself, and she's representative. But then when you talk to her, you can see that she's smart, that she's intelligent, that she's funny, and that's basically what you want. And the same thing she wants from us. When you go to her parents or something like this, she doesn't want you to be this Smeagol sitting in the corner of the room, with big glasses, completely, unshaved, and not taking care of yourself. That nobody wants to talk to you because all you can talk is computer games or sports. She wants you to be the kind of guy who is manly enough, physically, how you look, how you behave, so you could be this self-aware kind of guy who enters the room and you can feel that the present just showed up in this place. That you'll be able to go to her father, shake his hand like a man, and talk to him about politics, about sports, whatever he's interested in. That you'll be able at the same time take care of the kids who are playing there on the floor and be kind to them, and at the same time being able to help her mother or her to kind of clean up after the Christmas dinner, or clean up the dishes, because you're so self-aware that you're scared of nothing, and people respect you because she wants you to be representative. Because in our case and in their case, when you bring this kind of person to our family, you want them to have this feeling that this is the result of who we are, that we picked well. So she wants to be proud of you. And second part of this point is that she wants to feel protected by you. She wants to feel that you can handle yourself and that you could protect her. Because, if something is going to happen, and if you're just this Smeagol kind of guy, when someone would want to steal her purse, they're going to look at you, they're going to laugh at you, and she'll have to protect herself, and probably yourself as well. So that is why you want to be self-aware, you want to be manly enough to be representative, so she could be proud of you. And number 3, which is interesting because I found that the last few years, I kind of started to be aware that this is true. You're gonna be her limit. If you're taking care of yourself, if you're someone who, as I said, you're not the most beautiful looking guy, not most shredded, but you take care of yourself, you've got some regime, you've got some system, you've got some rules, then she's gonna do the same thing. But if you are slacking, if you don't care, if you're someone who's not taking care of yourself, as a person, or your looks, or your hygiene, she's gonna do the same thing. Because she wants you to lead. Because she wants to be proud of you, and then she would kind of go towards trying to join you on achieving the next level of who you are as a person, and that will directly be represented by how you look and how you behave. But one thing that I want you to know, because I saw this kind of marriages when she exceeded the guy. The guy is just like fat, doing nothing, he's hardly able to talk to anyone about anything. He's socially awkward, and she's like a top class lady. And then if you look or you talk to her or look in her eyes, one thing that you see, that she's completely unhappy. And that'll happen over and over again, and that'll happen every time. Because she wants you to lead. If you don't, if she exceeded you, you will never have a respect. And for her, that'll be kind of a lost cause. She would know that she basically lost. Because she wanted you to be someone that she could aspire to. And don't get me wrong, it's not about her feeling that she has to be dumber than you. But she wants to see that you're trying, that you're achieving another level, so she could be proud of you and kind of build your family and build this whole thing together. But you need to lead. So again, you don't have to be the most shredded guy in the hood, but take care of yourself. Be a man, look like a man, feel like a man. Be someone, when you come into the room, you bring your presence. You're not afraid to shake hands, you're not afraid to be man or man, act manly, but then that you're also socially acceptable, socially kind of trained enough to be able to be nice guy, to be able to talk, to be able to handle yourself, behave, and then understand that you're gonna be her limit. She wants you to lead, so don't put her in a position that she'll take the lead. She doesn't want to wear trousers in your relationship. She wants you to be the one who is inspiring her to go forward and to achieve something else. Because this is what I want you to understand and to take from this video. It's not about physical appearance. It might be, it's good to have it, but it's not about that at all. It all comes down to your character, who you are as a person. And a result of this will be how you look and how you behave. So do something about it. Just make some move so you could feel that you make changes, you bring something to your relation that she could be proud of. Because if you do, you start to see this spark in her eye that she kind of starting to see in you someone that she always wanted to see. And then if you make it happen, see this thing that she just wakes up because you are becoming a man she wanted to see in you, then you understand why it'll change the definition of manhood for you, not for her even, but for you. Because real manhood is you being loving and caring partner who knows who you are, is self-aware, and shows and acts like a man, but then leads lovingly by example. That's it. So think about it, do something about it. And again, if you agree, post a comment or send me a DM. If you don't agree, do the same thing. Maybe you'll be able to talk to each other, learn something about this whole thing. Maybe I'll be able to help you with something. That being said, see you tomorrow.